So here is something interesting, right? So I'm getting into a lot of these conversations of nutrients, muscle building, intermittent fasting, and muscular development, what is muscle development. Now, as you are listening to this, please understand the major difference because there is a difference. Okay? Now, a lot of people are now doing this intermittent fasting, quote unquote, right? And then they're also doing this fasting. But it seems to appear that when I get into a conversation with the individual or whomever it is, all of a sudden they want to worry and want this spectacular transformation of a body, or they want to see more muscle building. Okay, to be clear, let's be clear. Anybody can build muscle. That is one thing. But if you do not take in the proper nutrients on a daily basis, compared to the stress and what the place that you put onto your body, as far as exercising, right? Your body, in the sports nutrition book, it says your body will go into a catastrophe even if it's missing one vitamin. Now, the reason why it's milligrams, because based on the 2,000 calorie diet in the United States of America, if you do not get in the proper milligrams or the IUs or micrograms for the specific vitamin, it runs out. So it's like you're driving a car, it runs out of windshield wiper fluid, and then now you're driving in the rain and can't see. So a specific engine or organ does not work. And then now the body has to go into a holding phase, which means a fat storage phase of everything that you're eating until it can process and create the vitamin on its own from the components in which you give it. Or it will wait for that vitamin to appear, and then your metabolism will pick up, which is why right? Which is why people who eat a wide range of foods tend to be more on the slim side or the lower body fat side, right? But now let's see, like when you're building muscle, that's easy. Okay. But what makes building muscle and bodybuilders different, what makes building muscle and bodybuilders different is that the professional bodybuilder would say, oh, I'm going to go work on my rear deltoid. The average person is going to go say, well, I'm going to go lift weights. You see the major difference? The professional bodybuilder would say, I'm going to go work on my erector spinae, which is the lower back, which looks like a Christmas tree when it's finished and is ripped up and is shredded. The average person would say, well, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do what I could do, or I'm going to just lift heavy or whatever the case is and do this cardio, then go home and eat this. See, now there is a difference between the spectacular look of a bodybuilder. They are going in to come in stage ready for stage presence. The muscles are stage ready. The average person is just lifting, just building muscle. Okay, but you may be missing body parts. Body parts meaning you may be missing forearms, or your triceps are not well developed, or you're missing some trap muscles. So this is why you have to be careful in what your goals are. So if you are trying to get stage ready, you have to train as though you're going to go get stage ready. Stage ready means I'm going to go do the various exercises for biceps only on one day, triceps on one day, various exercises for shoulders on one day, various exercises for back on one day, various exercises for legs on one day, and various exercises for abs on one day. You have to understand that. If you do not understand that, you will be trying to build this body and transform without having the knowledge or the awareness of saying, wait a minute, let me go work on this part only, give my body the proper fuel intake, and then so that it can rebuild itself. And while that body part is rebuilding itself, I can go work on another body part. But if you go to the gym to do resistance training or resistance training with resistance bands and even calisthenics, body weight exercises, is resistance training. Resistance is resistance, right? And how do you know when you are on the proper diet, or if someone is dieting properly? You start to see more veins, more cuts, and more vascularity. Don't let them fool you. Okay. Now, there are some people, healthy bodybuilders and professionals, who do take on a fast, but they are aware of the minerals that they are losing. They are aware of the vitamins that they are losing. They are aware of the protein amino acids that they are losing. They are aware that their body will put on more body fat in those hidden unwanted areas until the body gets what it needs to survive and to rebuild the muscle from inside up to out. So, therefore, if you want to get stronger in all areas of the body, you have to train each and every single muscle separately. Okay. Now that's for if you want to transform your physique. Now, if you want to transform your physique, you have to take in consideration that each muscle needs to be trained properly once to twice a week with a diet that complements what you are trying and willing and wanting to do to transform your body. Transforming your body and fasting, you will always come into a conflict of muscular development. The professional bodybuilder, you will very rarely hear them say they're going on a intermittent 24, 36, 48, 72 hour fast, because they know that they will lose muscle in the little areas that they just worked on, which they need for the stage presence. Stage presence. Now, if you're intermittent fasting, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad says in How to Eat to Live, eat a high protein diet, which means break the fast with navy bean soup. You can have carrots, as much onions and garlic as you want. You can have peppers. You can put olive oil. You can put a little bit of pepper. You can put a little bit of salt. And you can eat that with toast, because now you're going to have whole wheat toast, which has more than the supplements and vitamins that you need, along with the navy bean, which has protein, carbs, minerals, and vitamins, along with the vegetables in the soup, which has all the other aminos, fats, and vitamins as well, too. You see what I'm saying? So when you break your fast properly, then you will feed your body what it needs. It may not grow as big, but you will happen to develop those little muscles that you were training. At the same time, your body's going to go into a survival mode, which it will take some of that and store it as healthy body fat around the organs so that you can sustain a longer period of time without eating again, which is why you have energy. The body does what you train it to do. So if you are inconsistent with something, your body will be inconsistent with you. If you are consistent with something, your body will be consistent with you. So please be aware that body transformation, you need to take in the vitamins and minerals and proteins on a daily basis, just as much or even more of the exercise stress that you place upon it. If you're not worried about body transformation, I'm talking about body transformation from fat to lean and well-developed body, from skinny and small to a well-developed body, and from an athletic body that doesn't look up to par. If you wanted to transform it, you got to choose one. Choose one. Now, is it that you want to transform your body? Then you eat appropriately. If you don't care about transforming your body and you want to stay healthy, then that's a whole different category. But if you want to transform your body, you need to eat accordingly to how you're supposed to, whatever that is. Well, to how you're supposed to, or whatever body that you want. Don't let the social media, magazines, TV, or people fool you. Whatever body that you want, find the trainer or find the one who specifies in that, and whatever they say, do it.